Time you use all that particular data into it, you use all that particular data into it. Now it will give you an insight of what you have done for the past 1 month. So that's what data analysis is. So that is how data analysis came about. You have a particular data that you have been entering for the past 1 month, and from the beginning of the month you sold this, you sold that, you sold this. Okay, now how many basket of apple did you sell for the past 1 month? Apart from apple, okay, you sold other things. What did you sell more and what did you sell less? So that's what data analysis is. In the future, it is particularly that in the future I might sell this more, or in the future this might be how it is. So this is how it is. So that's what data analysis is. So please, if you're with your system, I would like you to open your Excel sheet. If you're with your system, kindly open your Excel sheet. Mine is already opened. And I said I was going to talk about concerning your assignments. I gave an assignment for you guys to do in order to just put your mind at work on what we did in class last week. Most of you actually did what you were supposed to do. Some of you forgot to put your serial number. Now, the reason for serial number is because of there are sometimes you might merge an Excel, you might merge two particular cells together. You might merge it together, or there's a time you might actually want to delete to make a sale of so so and so, and then eventually the customer came and he returned it. And now what do? You want to delete that particular cell, you just delete it. So that serial number by actually these particular numbers that might actually get mixed up. Sometimes you will see 3 4, then you now see 7. So that's the reason for your serial number. Your serial number keeps it in place that okay, this is my serial number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Now this is an example of what I'm talking about. We have this. So now this particular this thing, let's say I made an error on this particular cell. And you cannot tell me that I should come back and start cleaning everything one by one. I have about 10 from here to here. You don't expect me to start cleaning it one by one. Immediately I'll just do like this, I'll just delete it. So once I delete it, there's a possibility that if I delete this, can you see? I deleted it, but my serial number is still there because it's a blank. But once it's something that you have imputed, it will actually delete, and this serial number might get mixed up. This particular serial number might get mixed up. So that's the reason why you need serial number here on your first schooling. It is very, very necessary. So we're going to be going into if statements properly. Please, I would like to ask, is there any question that came about a problem while doing your assignment, or you don't understand the particular thing we did last week? Please kindly ask your question now before we go into if statements. Okay, I'll assume no question. So I'm going into if statements. Now, if statement is used, I told you last week that when you have if statement, it is used if this is not this, it should be this. If this is not this, it should be this. Now, if statement is used You have a correlation of exam sheets where you want to know who passed and who failed, who got below 50 and who got above 50. Now, you can also use your or statement at some point, but you can't use your and statement. Now, your if statement tells you that, okay, a set of people passed, a set of people failed. But there is a possibility that those people that passed, did they pass very well? Some will just get 50 and you just carry them under pass. Okay, you want to know that this particular person, it not just get 50, he got 70, which is A, he got 60, which is B, he got 50, which is C, and coming down D, E, and F. So we're going to be using if statements to check a particular test score of students. Now I'm going to be going back to the particular file I used last week. Can you see this? Now we used if statements last week. We used our if statement last week. Okay. We used our if statement last week to check good and pass. So, but this time we're going to be categorizing all these test score into A, B, C, or D. That is grade. I'm going to be having my grade. So I want to grade. Listen. Okay. That's not what I want. Okay. Okay. So now these test scores are actually very, very easy to include because I think almost everybody got A. But I'm going to be editing it right now. Let's say we have this person scored 50.
Excuse me, ma, I have a question. Sorry to cut you short.
Okay.
This space cells you make in between English and math and you put date. How did you do it?
I didn't get you.
The space cell, the empty cell that is in between English and math.
Yes.
How did you do it?
Or to create that cell.
Yes.
Okay, now you just click on this particular cell, the cell itself. You see a plus sign on it. When you click on it, you see insert. You insert, you shift column, because this is the column. If it's a row, you want to insert something else, you say shift row. But this is the column I want to shift. So you shift the entire column and then it will create a space for you. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Now, I don't know if you noticed something. Immediately I was inputting my test scores. If you notice, my total is actually reducing according to how I'm inputting here. So that's what Excel does for you. Any number, as long as you have given it a command, any number you are re-imputing is actually recalculating it for you again. So let's have this to be, let me see, let me leave this 80, let me leave this 65, come here 45, and come here 35. Now, if you look at it very well, everything you are imputing is actually changing the whole Excel. That is the command you have given it. You have given it its command. Anything you are anything you are correcting on your Excel will actually correct on its own through the command you have given it and recalculate it. If you notice, our minimum change here to 30, our maximum change here to 45, our minimum change here to 35, our minimum change here to 50. Now, this is it. I want to get the grade for this. I want to know if it's between A, B, or C. So I'll go with my if statement. I'll put if, sorry, equal to, don't forget please, equal to if, you have your if statement is already out.
Why?
Now I'll say if this test score is greater than or equal to, let's say 70 is our highest, I'll put it at down, equal to 70, comma. Now, let my test score be categorized as what? If. Now, I will now put again, if, again, if this particular test score again now is greater than or equal to 60. Please, there's supposed to be a comma here. Is greater than or equal to 60, comma, let my test score be categorized as B. Then comma again, if if this same test score again is greater than or equal to 50, comma, let my test score be C, comma, if this same test score again is greater than or equal to, we stop at 50, so 45. Let our test score, we have comma, please don't forget your comma. Oh. Let our test score be D, comma, I'm making it to F. If, again, our test score is greater than or equal to 35, comma, let our test score be E. Now, this is where it is. If not, sorry, there's a mistake somewhere. Okay, let it be E. Now, if not, let it be what? F. And you close your brackets and enter. Now you can see it is automatically B. This is our statement. If it is A, I have too many close brackets. Okay. Now, this is it. If it is this B2, that is our cell number, which is B2, is greater than or equal to 70, it will give it A. If it is greater than or equal to 60, that means this first if statement, I've counted the second one. Now, if it is greater than or equal to 60, you know definitely 70 is greater than or equal to 60, you're supposed to grade it as A. But let's say something now. This one now has counted that anything that is greater than 70, it will give it A. But anything coming down less than 70, the 60 will pick it up. And if it is greater than or equal to 60, it will give it B. Now, the same thing, when it is coming down, it is greater than or equal to 50, the third statement will pick it up. The fourth one will pick it up to give it D, and the last one will pick it up to give it F, E. And when the F, if not any of these does not fall under any of this command, the F statement will come out. Now F. Now let's drag it down. Can you see my grade has come out? God's wonder is E, Sarah is F, Ima Bong, sorry please, is A, and Florence is C. Now you do the same thing here. Equal to if this test score, working with maths right now, is greater than or equal to 70, any number you put, 70, 75, as long as let our test score be A. If, again, this same test score is greater than or equal to 60, B, if this same test score is greater than or equal to 50, sorry, comma, let our test score is C, comma again, if our recent test score is greater than or equal to 35, comma, let our test score be D, comma, if this same test score is greater than or equal to 35, let it be E. If not, so under. Now, if there is a mistake on your, if there's a mistake on your command, it's going to bring out error. At every command, there should be a comma, please, to indicate that you are moving to the next one. Now, if not, let it be F. F. Now, according to them, I must put my close bracket how many times? According to my if statement, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I must have 5 brackets here. So you drag down, my test scores are out. So this is it. Please, is someone following up? Have anybody done it? Okay. Okay. So I can move to the next.
Yes, ma.
Okay, let's go for all statements. We have all statements. All statement is mostly used now. All statements is mostly used to check whether an argument is true or false. You can put a yes or no, true or false, or whatever, or 1 or 0. You can choose any one you want to use. Now, if or we have this to be, let's say this to be this, if it's not this or this, if it's not this or this, like you're telling it, if it's not 80 or 60, it should give you true. If it's not, it's either between 80 or 60. It has to be between. Yeah. Hello. Is someone saying something?
Hello? Yes, I'm lost.
Please, where are you lost so we can find you?
This this if B two is greater than greater or equals to 70, let it A. If not, is there any other thing that you're going to add after you have added semicolon that A?
Added semicolon. That A.
Did it show you error?
It showed me
It showed
B.
me D.
Yeah, when I
Yeah,
dragged it
when I
down, it
dragged it
showed me
down.
B.
Which of them should you be?
That's
That's
English. All of
English.
them showed
All
me
of
B.
All of them should you be.
When I dragged
when
it
I
down.
dragged it down.
Okay, that means your command is actually wrong. Check your command if there is actually comma in between.
Okay,
Okay,
I've corrected it now. This
everything
everything
that
that big okay, I've deleted it, so everything is correct now.
Okay, have you gotten the right one?
Mom,
Okay, so can I proceed?
I've corrected it.
Okay, so we have all statements. We use your all statement to make comparison if it's true or false. So we have or, we have this to be greater than 60, or this less than, less than 60. Can you see it came out first? Now, this is greater. I said, let's say our command again. I said, if B2 is greater than 60, and we all know that B2 is what? B2 is 60, so it is not greater than 60. And D2 is definitely less than 60. So all statements is just telling you that one, if one is wrong, both of them are wrong. You have this now. I said if B2 is greater than 60, and we know that B2 is not greater than 60, and D2 is less than 60. What's happening? Now let's say if B2 is greater than or equal to 60. Can you see it came out true now? B2 definitely is greater, is equal to 60, and D2 is less than 50. So it came out true. Now let's see the rest. The rest will be false. Now let's go to the one that has true here. We have this one is greater than or less than, is greater than 60, and what? This one is less than 860. So it came out true. Now the next one that came out true is with this. That's supposed to be false. Our command here B2 is greater than or equals to 60, but this is less than 60, and this one is less than 60. Yeah, This is less than 60. One of them is less than 60, but this one is not less than 60. This has to be true is because of this is less than this is D2 is greater than 60, and then this is what? Less than. This one is less than, but this one is not greater than. Or this one is true. Now let's go to this one now. This one is less than, but this one is greater than. So it's false. This is greater than, and this is less than 60. So it's definitely true. Now, this is less than 60, but this is greater than 60. So it's what? False. This one came to be true because of this one is greater or equal to 60. So one of them have to be true. If both of them are false, to give you false, but if one of them is true, it will give you true. So that's for all statements. Why and statement states that if two of them is not correct, it's not the same thing, it will give you false. All statements that just say that one of them is true, but and statement says that, let's see, equal to, and we have if this one, okay, let me use my minimum or maximum. If this one is less than, if this is less than 50, or and this is also what? Less than 50. Now it is false because none of them is even less than 50. None of them is even less than 50. None is what? Less than 50.
Ma, hello, ma.
Yes, please. Yes, I can hear you.
Please don't be
Please
annoyed though.
don't be
My
annoyed
network was
though. My
unstable.
network was
I don't know how you got this all
this
statement.
all statement.
You said what?
Say that
Say
my
that
network
my
was
network
bad.
was bad.
Don't know how you
Okay.
get
Don't know how
this
you
all
get this
statement.
all statement.
All statement is simply telling you that one of your statements has to be true. So for all statements, we did that if B2 is greater than or equal to 60, let it be true. Or if B2 is less than 60, let it be true. That means anything you have, if B2, that is on this B cell, on your B, on your column B, if any of your column B is greater than or equals to 60, it is true. And on your column D, anyone that is less than 60, it is true. That's what I was just trying to tell you. So when I did for this, for the first one, you can see that you're on your English, on the English column, you have that Olua Shehu had 60. So it is true. But 80, it is not, 80 is not less than 60. Can you see one of the statements is false, but it gave you a true because one of them is true. That's for all statements. Now, where
Yeah.
it gave us
Would
false
you,
here, you
if you
can
want
see
to,
that
if you want to put the formula, no, the other one you
Not the other
put
one
equal
you
to
put equal to.
no, I
This one
put
now, will you put equal to or?
you just put or. I put or. You
Okay.
select your cell, which is B2. Then you put greater than or equal to 60. You put your comma. Then your D2 is less than 60. That's just it. You enter. You can choose. You close your bracket and enter.
Okay, automatically to give you
Yes, automatically it
true
will tell
or
you true
false.
or false. Yes. So for Florence, you can see that it is false because 50 is not greater than or equal to 60, and 65 is not less than 60. So automatically it's false. Both statements are false. Now for the third one, which is Emma, you see that one of the statements is true. Both statements are true, sef. 70 is greater than 60, and 35 here is less than 60. So both statements are what? True. Now, if we use the same statement that we used here, this statement is not even complete. I said if G2 is greater than 50 and this is less than 50. Now you can see it's still false because both of them, none of them is less than 50. Two of them are not less than 50. Now let's see the last one. This is true because both scores are less than 50. This is false because one of it is less than 50. But if it's for all statements, all these, apart from these two, will be false. But these remaining three will be true because of one of them is less than 50. One of them is less than 50. But for and statements, both of them have to be less than 50. So I don't know. Is there any question? So we can move on to.
Yes, ma'am. There's a question.
Okay.
So what you mean is if I mean if are working for both true or false.
You said?
All statements and are both working for true or false. Why
Yes.
statement false?
Yes. Now you can put it in the sense that, let's say, good. Yes, it works for true or false. And mainly your and statement works for true or false. But you can choose to put whatever you choose to put. You can choose, you can see you cannot change it. It just works for true or false. It works for true or false. Mainly true or false. That's what it works for. To tell you if the statement is true or if the statement is false. So is there any other question? If there is no question, can we proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm still confused
Okay.
though.
Okay,
I'm still
so
confused.
I will need you to open a fresh Excel page. We're going to be going into data cleaning. A fresh Excel page. I'm sure you can see.
Ma,
Hell, yeah.
still
Very
confused. So,
confused. So
Okay, please, where are you confused from?
confused in this
using this
us.
us
Okay, your your or statement basically tells you if a statement is true or false. I'm telling you that it has to be this. You have to either buy a pencil or you buy a biro. Now, it is either a pencil or a biro. If you have a pencil, it is true. If you have a pencil and a biro, it is true. But if you don't have a pencil or you don't have a biro, it is false. That's just for an or statement. It has to be this or this. Like you're telling the person, it has to be you either follow me to the market or you don't follow me at all. So if you follow me to the market, it's fine. If you don't follow me at all, it is also fine. That is just it. But for and statement, you have to have this and this. It is not there is no way you can actually manipulate it. It has to be this and this. You have to have a biro and a pencil. There is no way to counter it. That is just it. It has to be either a biro and a pencil. If you have a biro but you don't have a pencil, it is false. But if you have a biro and you have a pencil, true. The both of them have to be on the same statement, on the same line. The two of them have to come out like two of them. There is no way that you have to say, okay, you have one, and then they can allow you pass. Okay, like you're going to write an exam now, they'll tell you you have to have a plain sheet and a biro. Now, if you have a plain sheet without a biro now, they will not allow you into the exam hall. But if you have a plain sheet and a biro, you're allowed into the exam hall. That is just basically what and statement does. Both statements
But
have to be true. Yes, but all statements, one of
when
it can be true.
when you want
when
to
you
put
want to
the
put the
formula,
formula
it's the
is
formula
the
that is
formula that is
confusing me. And
confusing.
they have
We have
formula.
Okay, I'm coming. The for it, excuse me, for it, the if you go to your the same way you put your equal to, I'm going to use this way actually. The same way you put your equal to, then you put your and. Now you see your logic one. You tell you the system what you want. I want on your system. My own is I've cleared that page out. Sorry. It has to be, let's say, B2. Now you see to select B2 for me is greater than, let's say B2 is greater than 50, comma, or B or
Okay,
let's say
okay,
it's comparing two things.
no
So
equality,
you can't compare the same thing. Hmm?
equal
You can't
to
compare the same thing. It has to be two different things that you're comparing. That's if statement you can use one particular one. Now, but for or and statement is two you are using. Or C2 is what? I said B2 is greater than 50, or C2 is what? Less than what? 50. Now you can see false here because of there is no number on B2 and there's no number on C2.
okay.
I said one has to be greater. Eh?
Okay,
B2.
there's
How
no
do
equal to in it.
You say what?
Don't add equal sign.
Is if you want to, it is greater than or equal to, that's when we add equal to sign. But I can choose not to add it if I don't want. Even if I add the equal to sign, it doesn't mean anything here because of there is no number attached. Sef. It will still give me false.
Okay.
Now, I said if B2 is greater than or equal to 15, it should give me true. And if C2 is greater than or equal to 15, it should give me true. Now you can see C2 now, there is no number which is automatically 0. And 0 is not greater than 50, so it will give you false. Both of the statements have to be true. But if you notice, B2 now, I'm sorry, B2 is C2 is less than. C2 now is less than 50, which is 0 that is there now. It will definitely give me true if it's all statement, but this is and statement. Both of the statements have to be true. So definitely, if I say enter, it is false. But if I change the statements, now let's say if B2 is less to 15, it should give and if C2 is less than or equal to 15. Now it will say it will give you true because those numbers are 0, 0. Both of them are less than 50.
Yeah, man.
So were you able to get it?
Let me press enter. I've gotten it. Thank you.
Oh, okay. So we are moving into data cleaning. So everybody, your Excel sheets. Now this is where we are going to be having a lot to do. So we have this, you see on your headers here, you go to data because I want to put my data into data Power Query editor. So you put get data from file from my Excel workbook. I don't know if this data is shared to everybody. Please, I'm sharing a file. Don't know if I shared a file. I'm sharing a file now to the group chat, please. So sorry, please. There's a file we're supposed to work on, and my system is not accepting the file. After accepting it, so, 'cause, 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 ' You to get a file, let me open it. Let me open it first. A word. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I have gotten it. So get data from file from Excel workbook. Okay. Okay, so I'm sharing it now. Since it has opened, I'll share it now to everybody. Please, if you can quickly load it so we can move very fast. Now this is previewing my data. If you see, you have null, null, null. So I don't have a problem with that. This is it. You have null, null, null on your instructions. Select multiple. Now I will load transport data. Now this is your Power Query editor. This is as loaded to Power Query Editor. Let me share the file first so that everybody can follow up. Okay, I've shared it. Now, if you notice on this your date column, you can see we have date and time along with it. Now, if I want to separate my date
But
from
I
my
can't
time,
see
you can't see my
can't see
screen.
the screen. Okay. Let's come.
Can you see it now? Can you see it?
Listen.
No, no.
Okay, there's nothing veering there.
I can see the screen.
It's like blank screen.
Okay, I think there's nothing veering there. I'm coming, please. Can you see my screen now? Okay, so I'm getting data. We get data from file, from Excel workbook. Okay, my screen is showing now. So where do you want to get your data from? Where is it stored? You look for your data. Mine is stored on documents. So among these documents, name of file, ways to clean data, and import. Now it's taking me directly to what file do I want to import. I have my data, I have my data instructions. So I'm importing, these are just the instructions. So I'm going to leave these instructions out. I'm importing my data, which is this. You are previewing what data you want to import. So now I transform data, that is taking it into Power Query Editor. This is my Power Query Editor. That's brought me here now. Now, this is the whole data set. This is me previewing my whole data set now. I'm going to check for errors. There is no error. Now, if you notice here is null. I have no business with null because it is not going to affect me. Now, this is it. Okay, so this is it. Now, if you notice, there's something here. On this our date column, we have, now can you see? Our date column is 69%.
So I'm trying to open the file that you sent. So
Okay. Please, have you loaded it? Have you loaded your files?
I downloaded
I
it because
downloaded
it opened directly to
it
Excel.
to Excel. Now, that's the thing now. Once you open it, it will take you directly to Excel, yes. But your data might actually have errors. That's why it brings you to Power Query Editor. That's where it get data. Go to data.
I went to
Let me
data,
start
but
over. Data about
showing the
the
same bar is showing
showing.
clicking there.
Are you on data?
So I opened it,
I opened it.
the
The
thing
thing
closed and it's showing me data
saying
and
data
data
and
instruction
data.
ending.
You opened it and it showed what?
Open direct in
Open
the
direct in the
menu.
no.
Then under
That is
under the
under the
under
that
the
is not
file, it's
under the
showing
file.
me data and data instruction.
It showed you what?
Data and
Data
data
and data
instruction under it.
instruction. No. Can you? That's why I said you don't open the file. Once you uploaded the
Yes, I've opened the file.
file, you know where your file is. Yes, I've opened the file. Did you take it to Power Query Editor? So is there somebody else that's actually on Power Query Editor? You go to a fresh Excel page after loading that on your system or on your phone and transferring it to your system. Where do you have your file in? Somebody sent you a file. You don't just open it just like that and start doing your data analysis on it. No. You have to take it to Power Query Editor to edit and take out errors. That's why your Power Query Editor is there. So you're going to go to get data from Excel workbook. That means you have an Excel file. Then you import. So when you import, it takes you to Power Query Editor. Now I'm going to select multiple in case I have multiple files, but I only need this data. You're going to transform data. Now it's taking you to Power Query Editor. Now on your Power Query Editor, it's going to tell you that is this data fully, can I use it fully for analysis? That is just it. Can I use it fully for analysis? So are you on Power Query Editor?
Can't see the
Can't
file.
see the file. Check where it's loaded. Go to the properties of the file and check where it's actually loaded on your system.
Okay.
So let's continue, please. So we have, can you see on my header here, you see my validity, my errors, and my empty columns. If you can see now, this data set, you have to have at least 99% validity of your data. On my data set, I'm having 31% are empty. So I'll just go and I'll just delete this particular place. So I'm going to delete this entire row. Now I'm going to go to home. I'm going to remove rows. Now, if you can see, I've removed my blank rows. Now, this row is not blank. So I'm going to remove row again. Remove bottom row. How many bottom row do I want to remove? Now, I have 24 and 25. I'm going to put two bottom rows. Can you see that? Two are out. Now we're left with one. I'm going to take it out. Now I can't take this rule out. If you know, I have a total here. Now, if you see on my header now, I have 96% validity here. 96% validity here. 96. I have 9%. I have 96 and I have 100. This is 100. This is 100. Now, on this our date column, you see that my date and my time is actually the same. So what I will do is I will actually split column. Now, you can choose to split by the delegation that are there, that is by your commas. If there's a comma there, it will split it. If there's any sign there, it will split it for you. But now, I can choose to split it by positions. Which position do I want to split it to? Into position, into fragments. What position do I want to split it to? Now, I can choose to split it by upper and lower cases. My upper casing go here, my lower casing comes here. I can choose to split it by digits and non-digits. But now I'm splitting it by characters. That means how many characters are there? In your character section, you count each numbers, you count the character, you count the letters, you count the slash, you count commas, you count everything. So now I say I want to split it by characters. How many characters do I want to split it by? I'm splitting it by 3 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we have 10 characters. 31 is 2. The slash is 3. 05 is 5. That's 2 added. 6. And we have 4, which is 10. So I can choose to split it by number of characters. Now, as far as left, how many number of characters? I have 10. And then I put OK. Now, if you see my date has come there, my date has moved, and then my time has moved. Then I choose to put this as what? Date. This is date. And this is time.
Good though.
Please, are you lost?
Lost though. I don't even.
Are you lost?
Don't even know where you are.
You don't understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So, have you taken your file to Power Query Editor?
I wanted
I
to load
wanted
it.
to load it.
Can't see the
Okay, can't
file.
see the file. It's load on your WhatsApp, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Let
Okay,
me.
go to
I'm
your.
trying. I'm trying to
Do
load it
you do
into
you know where
my.
to get files from your WhatsApp? Where the files are actually loaded on your WhatsApp. That's your Android, your media, and then you go to WhatsApp. And under media, you see WhatsApp documents. So that's where they
Hmm.
are. That's where your files are. Have you seen them? Please, is there anybody else following up? Because this particular data, you clean it for me till I see 100. Please, is anybody following up?
Ma,
Ah,
I
I I
I
installed
saved it in my one-time
my
drive
one-time
in
drive.
Google.
Okay. Then
And
you go to your one-time drive and import it from there.
okay, not
Okay,
okay.
not okay.
I will go to
I
this
will
your
go
get
to
data,
the get
right?
data, right? Yes, go to get data, then you see get data from file, Excel workbook, then you can get the data from there. Is anybody else following? Florence, Deval, Samuel. Do you have your system with you?
No.
No. Okay. So please, who else have their system with you? Oluwasheo,
I don't have
I
anything
don't
with me.
understand. Ibe, last time you were with your system, are you following up?
I'm following
I'm
up, ma,
following
but
up, my
my Excel is
okay.
twenty ten. So I'll just
I'll
stop.
just You said
My
my
Excel is
Excel
20,
is 20.
so I cannot
I
clean
cannot
the
clean
data.
the paper. Okay. Did you try updating it?
Yes, I
Yes,
did.
I did. And there's nowhere that you can see get data there.
Yes, ma.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, so sorry. Hey, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Enam. Let me say Enam. Please, are you following up? Toyo. Awe. Please, I hope everybody is following up. At least, even if you don't have your data, there are some things that you should actually be able to do. But I hope there is everybody understood to where I got to by Power Query Editor. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Mohammed said, "Can I come again?" Okay, please, Mohammed, can you unmute your mic? From where should I come again from? Mohammed, please, can you unmute your mic? From where should I come again from? Okay, the data cleaning. Did you get where I got my data from? Okay. So I took it to Power Query Editor. I took it to Power Query Editor. After taking it to Power Query Editor, after taking it to Power Query Editor, I brought
Ah,
it, Power Query Editor brought me here. So now we are trying to get 100 validity of each of our data sets.
hello, ma.
100 validity. Yes.
It's showing me it was showing me the ways to clean data. I'm saying data and data information under which one would I select?
Put your data. Click on the data. So you go to
Yeah.
transform.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
Yes, ma, it has shown.
Okay. So now, when I was cleaning my data, it brought me here. And if you notice, on the beginning part, we had so many empty data, and that's what got us to have 50 something percent validity, 60 something percent validity, in which is not 100% valid, that you can actually use the data. If you use that data, it might actually bring out a few errors because you don't have 100% validity. Now, if you notice on part one of my data here has 90 95% validity, in which there is actually an empty one here. Now I can choose to replace values. Now you see that this one has 95% validity, in which that one is what? Empty. One
Where will I see all this valid error empty valid error empty? It's not showing on my own. Hello?
you see column quality. Click on it. Hello. On your Power Query editor.
Okay.
You see column quality.
Volume
Click on
quality.
your column quality. You click on your column quality to bring out your validity for you.
Seen it. Thank you.
Now, did you separate your time and your date? Your date and your time is not separated on that file. So you
Eh,
separate your time and your
No,
date.
it's not separated.
So
How do
you're
I do
going to
it?
separate your time and let me go back. And this is just taking me back. Now you see here, my time and my date is back. So if I want to do this, first of all, you see on your validity is actually 60 something percent. True or false?
Yeah, 69.
Yes. So you replace it. You remove all empty. Remove all empty.
Remove
Remove all empty. It will change it to 100. That means you have empty columns that are not actually needed. So you remove your empty because you're going to be using the whole of the file.
Replace errors.
Not replace, remove empty.
Okay.
Remove empty.
Okay.
Have you done that?
Yes, so you're not showing on three.
Very good. Now, you have a column where if you insert this now, you have your date and you have your time. But you need to have a different column for your date and you need to have a different column from your time. Now, you're going to what?
Choose column.
You're going to split column, not choose column. Split column by number of characters.
Okay.
You split column by number of characters. Now, as far as left, I'm splitting from my left. Now, I'm splitting from my left. If you see
Yeah, ma.
this, I'm splitting from my left hand side where I have 31 slash 01 slash 2021. So now I'm going to count all these characters because I said split by what? Characters. Your 31 give you 2, your slash make it 3, your 0 make it 4, 1 make it 5, 2 make it 6, 0 make it 7, 2 make it 8, and
Eight.
1 make it what? 9. I
No,
think I missed the character.
that's not together.
Eight.
It's supposed to be 10. 31, 3 make it 1, 1 make it 2, slash make it 3, 0 make it
Zero
4,
make it four.
1 make it 5, slash make it 6, 2 make it 7, 0 make it 8, 2 make it 9, and 1 make it what? 10. So
10.
I'm going to put how many characters? 10 characters. As far as from your left. But if you are splitting from your right, 0 make it 1, another 0 make it 2, your column make it 3, 0 make it 4, 0 make it 5, your column make it 6, 0 make it 7, and 0 make it what? 8. Now I say 10 is splitted. Now I'm going to go back.
You click OK.
Yes. Now I'm going to go back now. Let me split it from as far as from my right. I have 8 characters. And I click OK. It will still split it the same way for me. You just make sure you count your characters. Now you edit this because this is no longer date. This is now what time.
Mine is showing the time is showing me 12 a.m.
12 p.m.
12 a.m. on the
Did you count it
Abi
very
okay
well?
on the time. The time. So the time. The other date they write date one then showing calendar. It's showing me normal date. Then the second column showing
Yes.
time sign there. It's showing me 12 a.m. 12 a.m.
12 a.m.
Is it the same thing as 0000? Because 12 a.m. is
Yes, it's
zero zero
zero
zero
zero.
zero.
So you have your date and you have your time. Now, my validity here is 100, 100, 100. Now, I have 95 here. One column is empty. But if you look at this column, you have others here. Doesn't know if it's from north, south. Now, this is a null. Null will not affect you. It's except if you have empty columns. You can just remove those empty columns. But this null here will not affect you because it's actually showing the person doesn't know where this particular person is from. So apart from that, I have the rest is what? 100%. So now I will say load data, close and load. Now my data is actually here. Can you see? Now can you see the place that was null? It showed you a blank space. So your data is actually here. You can use your data now for data analysis. Now, if I want to analyze this data now, I'll click on any of this. I'll click on any of these. I can see insert pivot table. And I'll say, okay. Now, can you see all my headers are actually here? Now, this insert pivot table, it makes you compare two particular data signs, two particular data that you have. That's two particular headers. I have my rating. Now, for your values, have to be a number.
I know they see.
Mm,
I know they. I'm lost. Though.
okay, let me go back. This is my data here. This is my sheet one. This is my sheet two, which are empty. Let me delete this. You can delete this. This is your data. This is the one you transformed. Have you transformed it? Have you load and transform it here?
I've load and close. I did load and close.
You have load
You
and
close
close. You
and
brought
load.
it here.
Yes.
Okay. Now this is where data analysis starts from. You can see if you go to insert here, you can see your pivot table. You can see different charts. If in case you want to represent it, bar chart. You can see area charts. You can see line charts. You can see your pie charts. So these are the way you can put your charts together. That is comparing different items. You know, in bar charts in school, they ask you that okay, which one is higher? Which one came out first? You have your bar chart where you are drawing it up. You said Mohammed bought 50 bag of rice. Abdullahi bought 70 bag of rice. Now you know that Abdullahi bought more bag of rice than what Mohammed. Now those are your bar chart then was just comparing of one item. Now in this bar chart here, it's going to help you compare a particular column. You have a particular column that are having what? Different values down up to like 3,000. So you want to know if the price of this particular product is way higher, or the people that bought this particular product are actually much than the people that bought this particular product. Okay, let me put for example, you have Samsung and you have iPhone. I know plenty of everybody have their own preferred product. Some people prefer Samsung, some people prefer iPhone. iPhone. So now you have a okay now yes, let me use an example where I am selling phones. I sell different phones. I sell Redmi, I sell Techno, I sell Infinix, I sell iPhone, and I sell Samsung. Now in my shop every day I make sales. Some people will come to buy iPhone, some people will come to buy Techno, some people will come to buy Infinix, while some will buy Samsung and some will buy iPhone. Now each day by day, I cannot just have only one person that is coming. Imagine I have like 30 people coming to my shop every day. Now, among that 30 people, some people are buying iPhone, some people are buying Samsung, some people are buying whatever product they like, Redmi, Infinix, and they have different brand and different is it, will I call it rank? Different. They are buying Samsung S21 or Samsung S22 or Samsung A26 or Samsung A14. It depends different that they are buying. Now, I am recording that data today. The person bought Samsung S21. On my,
Not
yeah,
seeing your screen again.
probably is your network. Please, can someone see my screen?
No, no, no.
No, no.
Ma, I can see your screen.
Okay, so please, is your network. So each day by day, as I was saying, there are people that come and buy different products and different products that they want, and in their different preference of that particular product. So that particular product now, I come and write today's date. I write today's date. I write that okay, today this person bought. You write the name of the person. You write the name. You said okay, like John Smith. Now he came from this place. He bought this particular product, and he bought it one. He also bought it at this price. We gave him a discount of this. Tomorrow, in the next 1 hour, somebody else bought a phone, but it's a different one. Now, in your data analysis, now you now help you analyze that how many people bought Samsung, how many people bought Redmi in the whole of the month, and how many people bought Infinix in the whole of the month, and how many people bought iPhone in the whole of the month. Now you cannot say in your 1,000 something sales you sell in a month you'll be able to start selecting one person. No, but data analysis will help you pick that okay, 35 people bought I Infinix throughout the month. 37
Still
people
can't see
bought
it.
Redmi. You can't still see my screen.
It has shown.
Okay. So 37 people bought Redmi throughout the month. 112 people bought iPhone throughout the month. That is just it. But in those iPhones they bought different iPhone. iPhone 17, iPhone 16, they bought different. But we know that this particular set of people bought this brand of phone in this particular month. That's what data analysis help you to do. Now, I want to know how many people are from the north here. How many people are from the north? All I will just do is I will go to, you click on any range here. I can click on here and then insert, click on your pivot table, the whole range on new worksheet. Now it has taken me back here. Now your values here are data that has numbers, like your sales. Your sales. Your data that has numbers that your values work for, but your row and column can work for any other one. But the data that has numbers is what your values are actually. Now we have price per unit.
Number one.
Now this is the sum of price per unit. Now let's say I want to pick the region. Now you can see that you have Asgard has the total sum of price per unit to be 58. You have the East to have the total sum of the units to be what? 103. You have North to be 67. You have South to be 160. And you have West to be 267. Now I can choose to use another one.
Ma, ma,
Yeah.
after clicking download, that in that main page, you click upload, said insert. I don't know.
Okay. See a simple click on any range. Can click anywhere. You go to insert. You see pivot table.
Where? Okay.
So you click on your pivot table. You put it. You leave it on a new Excel workbook. You click OK, and then it takes you here.
My own is showing from
From where? Actually, okay. You click on any range, anywhere at all, from as long as it's on the number, click on anywhere, and then go to insert your pivot table. You see select a range or a table is on data. Is this data you want to take? So choose where you want your pivot table to be placed on a new Excel workbook. Then you click OK. Now it automatically creates another sheet here for you. It
okay.
creates
I leave
another
it in
sheet here for you.
new worksheet.
Yes, a new worksheet.
Okay.
Then you
It's
will
showing me
see
to
here.
do to build the report, but choose field from the pivot table field.
Is the whole frame is supposed to select for you.
Huh?
The whole frame.
Yes. It's showing me from it new this thing. But there's something by the left.
You see from table range, right? Is from your table range. So
What
you
I'm
just
seeing
click
here is
OK.
what I saw. Okay. By the right, I'm seeing data one, data two, ID, name, region, rating,
Yes.
product.
Are you saying something like this?
My the screen is not showing again.
Can you say what's on my screen? Did it show you something like this?
Your screen is not showing again.
Please, can someone see my screen?
I
Yes,
can see your screen, ma.
Okay. Please, we'll just actually be fast. We don't have much time. Okay. So I think is your network because I don't know. So we have this. So now I told you that what on your value should be a number set. Like, okay, I want to know, I want to know who was rated more. We have price per unit, then how many quantities, the quantity of price per unit compare the quantity to price per unit. Now I have 5 is 160. 10 was 20. 15 was around the 15 that you sold was around the price of what? 10. 20 that they sold was around the price of 45. So now, in case I want to compare my price with my product, it's my product. I have my product here. I have my Ant-Man suit was sold at the some price of 32 naira. It wasn't indicated in naira. I have every of the products that was sold at this particular amount. We got it a total of 693.35. I want to compare my sum of price with the region, which we have did before. Then I want to compare my sum of price. Let's say, let me put region here with the people here. And you see that the name, let me put it a much, let's say with product. You can see that the man, the Ant-Man suit was bought on the west, which gave a grand total of this. The Arc Rector was bought in the north, which gave a grand total of this. Now I'm looking for someone that has two on the same row. We don't have anybody that has two on the same row. So you can see that this is the distribution of where all these products were bought and the total where all these products were bought. Now our fairy dust was bought in the south. It just tells you that okay, this is where this was bought, this is where this was bought, and this is the total sum of sales that we made throughout the whole month. So please, I think we're going to stop here. Next week, we're going to do our data modeling properly, in which we're going to bring all this our pivot table on how to represent our data fully. By using, you use your slicers, we're going to use our pivot table, our pivot chart. We are going to use our representations on how you can say, okay, this particular product is this. If you're looking for a particular product, you just need to click on that particular product you're looking for, and you see where all the sales were made on that particular product. So we're going to use that, and I'm going to be sharing a we are going to be sharing a file that we're going to clean. We're going to start from that file afresh. It has the sales data up to 1000, and then we're going to clean it. After cleaning it, we'll take it to our Excel, and then we'll analyze our data from there. You know, the file that is being given to us, we call it data because it's a raw file. Now, it is when we transform it, it turns into information that can be used by our users. So we are going to be going into that. That's your data analysis with Excel, how you can analyze your data to become its meaningful informations. Now, this person bought this thing at this day, this person bought this thing at this day, but at the whole month, who made the most sales? We are going to be using an example of different, we're going to be using an example of a data set that we have that is comparing this, like we have, okay, we have sales representatives and who made the sale, who made the sale. You know, you can actually use that data to know who made the highest sale. Imagine they want to give the highest sales rep of the company. Now, this is where you're going to use your data and just say that, okay, this particular person made the whole sale. They don't need to be saying, ah, this person made this sale one, this person made this sale two. No, it just makes work very fast and easy for us. So please, the floor is open for questions in case you don't understand something and you need me to go back. You need me to explain afresh. Is it the and statement, the or statement, the and statement, or if statement? I gave you if statement on how to grade students. Now we are going to do data analysis on data analysis on data that is being given to us on a sales shop. Okay, to find out who made most sales, this data, which product was bought more. It helps you know that okay, which products have you gone below stock for and you need to restock. So that's what we're going to be doing next week. Okay, or on a company, you have who made presentation on this day, who made presentation on this day, who made the most sales. They use this data analysis to when you have a bank now and they are going out for advertisement, you want to know that okay, who made more advertisements that is bringing more people into the bank. Definitely the person will register under your own name, under your own system. So you're going to know who entered these people on this day, who entered this person on this day. So that's what data analysis help you to do. So please, is there any question?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
Oh, is this last one that we did? So when I entered this, I clicked on product and the price of units. So
Okay.
I don't know if you can see my own screen. I don't know how I'm going to see you.
Can you turn your camera towards your screen? Or are you using
Okay,
your system?
using my system.
Are you using your system for the call?
Look at what I'm saying. Can you see it, ma? Hello, ma.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. So yeah, now is it correct like this? I clicked on this product and price and it's showing me
Yes, you are
yes,
comparing
ma.
your product with your prices. So
It's
yes, you
okay.
can actually do that.
Is there any other thing I will do after this?
No, that's for next class so that we'll be able to know how to make our representation using bar charts, pie charts, and other charts
Okay.
that are available.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So please, is there any other person?
Yes, ma. For those of us that don't have yet.
Okay, that was why we asked that if it's actually possible that you can come to a physical class. That was last week, but now we had to do a virtual class so that you can see it with your own eyes and you can actually use the system that are available. Are you in Makodi?
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
Okay, I will speak to my boss and then I'll get back to you guys if it's possible that we can do a physical class next week. So we'll know how we can actually make this possible so that you guys that don't have system will be able to actually do it and then you can make progress with your projects.
Okay, thank you, ma. Thank you.
Yes, but do you understand everything that we actually did in class today?
Yes, I understand, but the practice is this thing.
Okay, well, data analysis, practice make perfect. When you practice it, that's when you know it. You cannot just say you understand it, but by the time you are with the system, you have to know that okay, yes, this is where I have to click, this is where I have to click, and that's it. Is there any other person?
Yes,
Yes.
good morning, ma'am.
Okay, good morning.
Actually, I'm in Boko.
Okay, do you have a system there?
No, I don't have a system.
Okay, but did you understand everything we did in class?
Yes.
Okay. The only basic you can do with your phone are the if or an and statement. But going into data analysis with your phone is to actually decline you because your phone is not doesn't have that wild processor that can actually take you into Power Query Editor. It will not even show you get data. So
Okay.
if you can have someone you can actually use their system to actually practice, it will actually be very good.
All right.
Yeah, thank you. Is there someone else?
Yes. So,
Okay.
um, on how to differentiate if or an and, I want to know if really I'm correct. If you are using if, that means if this one is this one, let it give me true.
Yes.
Then or is if let me just use the column and the row. If D2 is 50 or D1 is 70, let it give me true or false.
Yes.
And if okay, and equal to and D2 is 70 and D1 is 70. Let it give me true.
Yes.
Okay, so that's I want to know. So and now if the two columns are not having the same number, it will give you false.
Yes. That's for and statement.
Then or if that means if column one is having 70 and this and column two is having 60, that means is it going to give me true or false? I want to know the because that or now is
Okay. For all statements, if one of them is true, it will give you true.
like let me
Like
say
you're saying
the
that
seven.
if D2 is equal to 70 or if D2 is equal to 70, it should give you true or false, right?
Okay, so if one of them is having 70, is that place now that has 70 that it will give me three.
Yes, it will give you true for the statement. It's just like saying you have to have one of it or you don't have all
Okay.
of them. One of it must just be there for all statement. For and statement, both have to be there.
Okay.
Yes.
And if now is
If
if column one is A, give me three. If column two is 10, you give me false.
yes, that's just it. Is if is this, if it's like this, give me true. If it's not like this, give me false.
Thank you, ma.
Yeah, you're welcome. Please, is there anybody else?
I want to
Okay.
ask,
Okay.
necessary like 2016 that we can use, or can we use from 2016 to 2020?
Yeah, it must be up to 2026 because I don't think 2025 have the updated version to get your data from.
Okay, but 2016 on is still
Yeah, if your 2015 actually allows you to get data, go to data. If you can get data from it, you should have Power Query Editor.
okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Please, is there anybody with question you don't understand? So you can actually proceed to, for those that have data analysis, project management, can actually proceed to project management. Okay, so I'll take that as everybody understand. So thank you very much. Please don't forget to turn in your attendance and see you guys. Yes?
I said it's true.
Okay. So please don't forget to turn in your attendance and see you guys next week.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you so much, ma. God bless you.